Welcome back to Dano Does Things. This week I have a super beginner-friendly sewing project for you, which is one of my favorite accessories that can function both as a neck scarf or a headband. We'll start with drafting the pattern. Start with a baseline that is 18 inches long. From that line, measure up 4.5 inches. The baseline represents half of the length of the band, and the height is 2 times the width of the band plus a ½ inch of seam allowance. Once you have your 18-inch by 4.5 inch rectangle, measure halfway down each side at 2.25 inch and mark the center point. From the end, measure in 3 inches along the top and bottom lines. From here, connect the midline to these markers to create a triangular end. Now, even though both ends of our band will be triangular, you only need one end of the pattern to be triangular, as we are going to cut this on the fold of our fabric. Grab your fabric. It should be a lightweight and flowy fabric. Mine here is actually a thrifted bed sheet and works perfectly. Fold your fabric in half with right sides touching. I like to pin along the middle of the folded fabric where my pattern will be going to keep the fabric from shifting around while I'm cutting it out. Place your pattern with the flat end on the fold. Hold down with some weights and trace the pattern onto your fabric. Once traced out, cut out your fabric and you should end up with a 36-inch long strip with triangular ends. Fold the fabric in half along the long edge and press with right sides together. Sew along the straight edge of the fabric using a small straight stitch with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Backstitch at the beginning. When you reach the end, sew until you're about a 1/4 inch away from the angle, then, keeping your needle lowered in your fabric, lift the presser foot and turn. Continue sewing along this edge to the end and backstitch. Trim the seam on the corner and then turn the band right side out, making sure to point out that sewn in edge. Then fold in the edges of the open end and press. To finish off the band, sew straight along that pressed edge with a straight top stitch to close it. Then do the same on the end that is already sewn so that it matches. And then you're done. Now you can take your band and wear it in tons of different ways and make as many as you'd like in different colors and patterns. They are a great way to accessorize an otherwise plain outfit and so quick and easy to make. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Dano Does Things for new crafty videos every Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.